right, shout out that Nick. And now this Nick Mantas and I bring you into the press box.
Let's do this.
And Nick, another Spurs game goes down to crunch time. About 50% of the time this season, the Spurs have found themselves in crunch time. They're 11-26 in those games. For most of the year, the Spurs majorly struggled when the lights were the brightest. And lately, they've handled the pressure better. But with the chance to win 4 straight tonight, one possession game under a minute to go, the Spurs couldn't get it done. And I think the reason we've seen them trend upward is because Wemby's three-point shooting has kind of gone upwards. What do you think kind of went wrong tonight?
Yeah, I think that is definitely something that's on the bright side of what we're seeing from this team. I think what's a little bit of that maybe rookie mistakes here and there. He's 7'5". He's going to reach over, some players when he's trying to get a rebound, and he does so, and then gets that the foul that puts Draymond Green on the line in such a crunch time moment, and just little mistakes like that. I think is ways in which that crunch time period can be a little bit more productive for the Spurs as. Guys like him just don't make as many mistakes in that period. That is going to cost so many games for them as they move forward.
That's such a great point, because when people think, why are the Spurs trying to win right now? It's for specifically development of that nature, getting Wemby comfortable in those crunch time moments. That foul that you're referencing, it's called sometimes, it's not other times. So great point there. All right. This right here, we'll cue the video, is just seconds before Victor Wembanyama threw the ball into the stands Friday night after the Spurs beat the Knicks in overtime, and he got his first fine, $25K. Do you think he deserved it?
I mean, I get the president. You don't want players to be throwing anything at fans in any way. So I get why you're going to make an example when it comes to something like this. But it's a ball. He's throwing it to a fan. I think the thing for me is how excited I am as a fan. Guy just dropped 40 and 20. I'm keeping that ball for life. I'm putting it on the mantle or thinking about selling it. What about you?
But what about Jalen Brunson, who had a career night, 61 points? You think he wants that ball?
I think he wants that ball, too.
I think he wants that ball. But, yeah, I mean, it's just standard. They fine for that stuff.
Yeah, right.
All right, there's a story making headlines this weekend saying the Cowboys and running back Ezekiel Elliott are headed to a potential reunion. Do you like that move?
I don't. I think there's a reason why Zeke was let go by the Cowboys. I think there's a reason why he wasn't very productive in New England. I think there's a reason why people are starting to move on from him, and I think there's a reason why he's still available. And I think the reason is that because he's not what he used to be, and I think that running backs who are coming out nowadays, maybe Blake Corum out of Michigan might be a better option. So maybe they'll flirt at that idea, but I think there's going to be better options as they get closer to the NFL draft that are going to be better suited for the way in which the Cowboys want to move forward and their offense.
Well, because of how lackluster their free agency has been, maybe they have some other positions that are a little bit more urgent. So with that, I think it allows for them to be a little bit less urgent when it comes to drafting a running back. There are great options, as you mentioned, but the Cowboys have a lot of gaps to fill. So it'll be interesting to see if that unfolds. All right, that'll do it for the Press Box.